Welcome to At Risk International's latest Global Risk Intelligence briefing. I am Roman Fisher, Protective Intel Analyst here at Risk, joined today by Director of Intelligence Ross Hill. Getting started for you today. Since the end of July, portions of the U.S. have been experiencing extreme heat conditions. These conditions are affecting 60% of the nation. The regions currently most affected are the Northeast, Mid-Atlantic, Southeast, Southwest, and Southern Plains. Three sectors are most vulnerable to extreme heat conditions: human health, agriculture, and energy. Recently, the country's largest power grid, PJM interconnection, declared a level 1 energy emergency alert for its 13-state grid. PJM wasn't the only grid to issue alerts. Mid-Continent Independent Systems Operator, which mostly covers states in the Midwest and Northern Plains, and the California Independent Systems Operator, and the Electric Reliability Council of Texas, which covers most of Texas, issued similar alerts. According to a July 27 White House press release, President Biden has asked the Department of Labor to issue the first ever hazard alert for heat. Additionally, the Department of Labor will ramp up enforcement on heat safety violations, increasing inspections in high-risk industries like construction and agriculture. And OSHA continues to develop a national standard for workplace heat safety rules. Finally, now is a good time for all those potentially impacted, including security professionals, to review their emergency management plans regarding their ability to mitigate, prepare, respond, and recover from the effects of extreme heat. And now I'll pass it over to Ross. Ross?
Thanks, Roman. So next up, 5 Greenpeace activists were arrested last week following a rooftop protest at the home of UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak in North Yorkshire in the United Kingdom. The protest was against Sunak's recent announcement of new oil and gas licenses in the North Sea. Sunak and his family were not actually at home during the time of the protest, and Greenpeace spokesman claimed they'd made sure the family were away so that the protest was not that intrusive. However, there's definitely some questions over how Greenpeace was able to carry out the protest so easily in such a high-profile location. Following the protest, the government ordered its environmental department to cease contact with Greenpeace, and because of government's decision not to engage with the group, it could potentially drive further protests, and that would be the same risk for businesses. Anytime a business decides not to engage with climate groups or other activist groups, it can drive activism against you. Other triggers for further protests are the news stories around the extreme heat that we're seeing in multiple locations around the world, as well as things like the record sea temperatures we've seen recently. Climate-related protests are likely to continue to become more elaborate, seeking publicity for the cause, but also more disruptive. If we think recently about the Just Stop Oil protests in the UK that have blocked roads, targeted major sporting events, things like that. We've also seen increased activism during shareholder meetings of large companies. And with the protests targeting Sunak's house, we can easily see how climate protests may extend to targeting individuals. That's it from us this week. We hope you found the information useful, and we hope to see you again soon.